Let's take our plus. Yeah, it doesn't matter. One of our land. Perfect. Hit him with the heater. That's awesome. Hey everybody, welcome back. Thanks for taking the time to watch Hello Good Game. Today we are playing Nicol Bolas Super Friends in Best of 1. Nicol Bolas is a legendary planeswalker for loyalty when he enters, and he has access to any loyalty ability of any planeswalker on the field, both yours and your opponent's, which is really cool. So as always, we're going to take a look at the deck list in its entirety. What do each of the individual cards do? What do they stand for? Then we're talking deck tech, strategies, and synergies. How do all of those individual cards come together to form a coherent archetype? Then we have some gameplay footage breaking down any interactions and playlines within a new core set 2021 meta, so you can learn how this deck interacts with its environment. It's not enough to know how it interacts with itself, but you need to know how to engage your opponents as well. So after that, we have my closing thoughts, any upgrades, etc., community news, all that shenanigans to close the video off. So I encourage you, if you find any value within this video, go ahead, give me a thumbs up, share the channel out to a friend. We are almost at 10,000 subscribers, which means our 500,000 gem giveaway is about to re-trigger. So don't miss out on that. Subscribe to the channel, join the Discord, links for everything in the description below. Let's start out. We have an Elderspell, only a single copy here, sorcery speed, destroy any number of target planeswalkers. You choose a planeswalker you control, put 2 loyalty counters on it for each planeswalker destroyed this way. 2 copies of Thought Erasure, another sorcery. Targeted opponent reveals their hand. You choose a non-land card from it. That player discards that card. You get to surveil 1. We have 2 copies of Oath of Kaya, legendary enchantment. When it enters the battlefield, it deals 3 damage to any target and you gain 3 life. Whenever an opponent attacks a planeswalker you control with 1 or more creatures, Oath of Kaya deals 2 damage to that player and you gained 2 life. 2 copies of Kaya Orzhov Usurper, coming in with 3 loyalty, +1, exile up to 1 target creature. Up to 2 target single... Oh my lord. We have Elderspell to start the deck out. This is sorcery speed. Destroy any number of target planeswalkers. Choose a planeswalker you control. Put 2 loyalty counters on it for each planeswalker destroyed this way. 2 copies of Thought Erasure, another sorcery speed. Target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a non-land card from it. That player discards that card. Surveil 1. 4 copies of Narset, Parter of Veils. 5 loyalty, static ability. Each opponent can't draw more than 1 card each turn. -2, look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal 1, put it into your hand, and put the rest on the bottom of your library in random order. Teferi, 4 loyalty. Each opponent can cast instances only anytime they could cast a sorcery for his static, +1 until your next turn. You may cast sorcery spells as though they had flash, and -3, return up to 1 target artifact, creature, or enchantment to its owner's hand, draw a card. Kaya Orzhov Usurper, 3 loyalty. When she enters, no static ability, +1, exile up to 2 target cards from a single graveyard. You gain 2 life if at least one of these cards was a creature. -1, exile target non-land permanent with converted mana cost 1 or less. And -5, Kaya is going to deal damage to target player equal to the number of cards that player owns in exile, and we gain that much life. Oath of Kaya, when it enters the battlefield, deals 3 damage to any target. We gain 3 life. Whenever an opponent attacks a planeswalker that we control with 1 or more creatures, Oath of Kaya deals 2 damage to that player and we gain 2 life. 4 copies of Extinction Event, sorcery speed. Choose odd or even, exile each creature with converted mana cost of the chosen value. We've got 2 copies of Teferi, Master of Time, 3 loyalty, static ability. You may activate loyalty abilities of Teferi on any player's turn, anytime that you could cast an instant. +1, draw a card, then discard a card. -3, target creature you don't control phases out. And -10 to take 2 extra turns after this. 2 copies of Shatter the Sky, sorcery. Each player who controls a creature with power 4 or greater draws a card and then destroy all creatures. 3 copies of Elspeth Conquers Death. This is an enchantment saga, so it triggers when it enters, and then on each of the following upkeeps. When it enters, exile target permanent with a converted mana cost 3 or greater that our opponent controls. On the following upkeep, non-creature spells your opponent's cast cost 2 more to cast until the end of your next turn. And then on the last trigger, return target creature or planeswalker card from your graveyard to the battlefield, put a +1/+1 or a loyalty counter on it, depending. 1 single Ashiok Nightmare Muse, 5 loyalty, no static ability, +1, create a 2/3 black Nightmare creature token with whenever this creature attacks or blocks, each opponent exiles the top 2 cards of their library. -3, return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand, then that player exiles a card from their hand. And -7, you may cast up to 3 spells from among face-up cards your opponents own in exile without paying their mana cost. 3 copies of Nicol Bolas, Dragon God. Now we touched on this slightly. 4 loyalty, can use loyalty abilities of any other planeswalker on the battlefield, is his static. +1, draw a card, then each opponent exiles a card from their hand or a permanent they control, -3, destroy target creature or planeswalker, and -8, each opponent who doesn't control a legendary creature or planeswalker loses the game. We have a single Ugin, the Spirit Dragon. Now, this is quite expensive, costing 8, 7 loyalty when it enters, though, +2, deal 3 damage to any target, -X. Each permanent with converted mana cost X or less that's 1 or more color is exiled, and then -10, you gain 7 life, draw 7 cards, then put 7 permanents from your hand onto the battlefield. 1 Liliana Dreadhorde General, 6 loyalty, static ability. Whenever a creature you control dies, draw a card. +1, create a 2/2 black zombie creature token. -4, each player sacrifices 2 creatures. And -9, each opponent chooses a permanent they control of permanent types and then sacrifices the rest. They get to keep an enchantment, an artifact, a creature, a planeswalker, etc., right? We've got 2 Shark Typhoons. This costs 6. It's an enchantment. We can cycle it for X +2, and whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create an XX blue shark creature token with flying, where X is that spell's converted mana cost. And if you do choose to cycle Shark Typhoon, create an XX blue shark creature token with flying. We can do that at instant speed through Teferi, which is quite nice. We've got a Castle of Vantress, we've got 4 Hall of Fountains, 2 Temple of Enlightenments, 4 Godless Shrines, 4 Temple of Silences, 4 Watery Graves, 3 Roggen Triumphs, and 4 Interplanar Beacons. No sideboard today, we're playing best of 1, as you can see. So that is the deck list. We've been butchering our videos today, so hopefully it wasn't too bad. Let's start to break down the deck strategies and synergies, right? So it's an Esper style deck with Ugin incorporated. That's the only red mana source here. To get that out, we have Interplanar Beacon. This can act as any colored mana as long as it's cast at Planeswalker. And we also have our Triumphs, which are really nice, incorporating a little bit of red in there as well with our white and blue. We don't have a lot of Shatter the Sky because of Interplanar Beacons. That's going to make it hard to cast. What we do like to cast is our Extinction Event, right? So the mana requirements are a lot less. We have a lot of black because of Teferi, or not Teferi, Bolas, right? So I think Extinction Event kind of gets the nod over Shatter the Sky as far as removal goes. We're getting ahead of ourselves, though. Let's talk about general strategy, right? What does the general gameplay look like here? First up is you want to ramp hard. You want to hit those 4 land. You want to make sure that you get that sweeper, whether it's an event or a Shatter the Sky, in hand in case it's an aggro deck. You have to absolutely have that by turn 4 or turn 5, or the game may be over for you. So that's your first goal, is to get to 4 land with a sweeper, right? In best of 1, I assume that every match you come into is against an aggro deck, so that's going to be your main goal. Early game interaction is a sub goal of that main goal, right? To have early game interaction means nothing if there's no wipe, right? We make sure that we get that first. However, while we're getting that wipe, now we can start utilizing that early game interaction, such as Thought Erasure, right? We can drop this on turn 2 ideally, kind of get to see what we're dealing with, and then we can pre-plan our game from there. We also have Oath of Kaya. This is really nice, especially if it is against an aggro deck. We can, get that removal, gain a little bit of life as well. Teferi is great. Early game interaction, it can bounce things back to their hand. That's a nice tempo play. And Kaya can even minus if it's a 1-cost permanent or lower. So that's quite nice as far as early game shenanigans go. And then, like I said, we're into protecting ourselves. So we make sure that we have multiple removal spells in our hands, whether it's a Shatter, Extinction Event, and an ECD. So we really want to make sure that we always have access to a field wipe primarily. Once we do, we stack Planeswalkers, right? So we're ramping into a field wipe. While we do so, we're utilizing early game interaction. After that, we wipe. If we don't need to wipe, then we use our Planeswalkers and we just stack value that way, right? So every Planeswalker you stack on the side is going to really increase the chances of your winning, especially with some of these static abilities. Narset shutting down their draw, Teferi shutting down their instant speed on your turn, Kaya, utilizing the exile, getting rid of those cats, the Ghost Riders, stuff like this. So you can really kind of shut down what style your opponent is playing with these 3-drop Planeswalkers, which is really, really nice. Again, Oath of Kaya is that early game interaction against aggro decks. And then we're surviving with the wipes if we need while we stack our Planeswalkers. Get that Teferi out. He's going to help draw and get those lands out of your hand if you need. Keep finding the fire. Keep finding more field wipes if that's what the matchup requires. And then once you've wiped the field, he's probably going to be into that mid game where he's playing bigger creatures. You can use your ECD to pick those off. Teferi can bounce ECD back to your hand, which is really, really nice. Again, then Ashiok and Nico Bolas just to stack that value and make it so your opponent can't recover. The same goes for Liliana and Ugin. It's too much, especially when you start getting 1, 2, 3, and 4 Planeswalkers on the field. Shark Typhoon, you can cycle it to kill a Teferi, which is great. If not, only play it if your opponent doesn't have enchantment removal, because to pay 6 to have it removed sucks. However, if you can get this down on the field and then start casting Planeswalkers on top of it, GGRIP, that's going to be an easy win there for you. Teferi can use his plus, and that activates instant speed Thought Erasure. It activates instant speed Shatter the Sky, instant speed Extinction Event. So a lot of really cool instant speed shenanigans we can do on our opponent's turn with Teferi's plus. Nicol Bolas is -8. So he comes in with 4. You'll need to destroy 2 other Planeswalkers on top of him. So if we have a Teferi, a Narset, and an Elderspell in hand with a Bolas on the field, you know, we've won the game as long as our opponent doesn't have that legendary creature or Planeswalker. So you only need to have him at 4 and then destroy 2 of your other Planeswalkers, which will put, you know, another 4 loyalty on him. And then you can -8 immediately for the win, which is really, really cool. Ashiok's minus ability, return target non-land permanent. If you do this on a token, the token doesn't go to their hand, it just gets destroyed, and then they're going to have to exile from their hand. So there's huge value in minusing 3 on a token. Really, Ugins there only if you need. The -X kind of shoots us in the foot, but again, if we can just plus a couple times and use the -10, that's absolutely insane. Teferi's -10 as well, take 2 extra turns, is pretty ridiculous as well. So that's the general deck strategy. There's not too much to it. Just remember those basic steps. Like I mentioned, we're ramping into our board wipes. While we're doing that, we try to utilize as much early game interaction as we can. And then we're stacking loyalty with our Planeswalkers to get the kill on our opponent, just by using more value than he can, keeping his board state really oppressed, and then just pushing as hard as possible, right? So I hope you enjoyed the deck list and the deck tech, found some value out of that. Again, a reminder, make sure to give the thumbs up to the video if you found value, and share the channel to a friend. Before we get into today's gameplay footage, I want to remind you that I'm live on YouTube every morning, 6 a.m. Mountain Standard, actually. And then at 7 a.m. Mountain Standard, we go live on Twitch for 3 to 4 hours, sometimes 8, it depends. And we're in the Discord all day. We've also started doing live YouTube premieres at 6 p.m. Mountain Standard at night as well. So you get it at 6 a.m., you get it at 6 p.m., and then I'm on Twitch in the middle there. So that's a lot of fun. Big shout out to all of our recent supporters on Twitch, Patreon, and YouTube for making this increased workload possible. You know, not only myself, but the community as a whole, I'm sure really appreciates it. So without further ado, let's get into Nicol Bolas Super Friends in Best of 1. I hope you guys enjoy. Don't forget to watch to the end to, you know, catch my closing thoughts. Take care. We get to go first, which is quite enjoyable. We've got our wipes. We've got the land to get there. Teferi on turn 3 is awesome. We need that second plains. Life gain's already on the table.
You show remorse.
Let's get this troll back to his hands. Still no planes. I guess we have an extinction event at least. We're gonna need to remember to instant speed questing beast next turn.
This might be a bad idea.
This is even. Beast is even as well if he drops it. Another Barkai troll, that's fine. That's a 2-for-1. You could have a Heroic Intervention, but even that doesn't protect it from the exile all.
That's more like it.
Our opponent draws. Let's get into his hand, see what we're dealing with. Anissa, okay. I don't think so. There's our second planes. We need to keep that. No creatures for us. No creatures for him.
I've got it.
We have an instant speed shatter again. Ooze avoids the Elspeth, which is pretty nice. Let's clean the field. We could have also just taken the damage and done Castle Vantress. I think we have plenty of removal though, so that is fine and dandy. Let's ECD on nothing. And it just taps. Let's Teferi on nothing as well. Take that draw.
No,
I know, weird plays, but we're gonna play over top of our Teferi, which sends it to the grave. I really like Shark Typhoon. Let's send this Teferi to the grave.
A fight you can win.
Keep this one. We're just taking free draws, basically.
Here goes nothing.
1, 2, 3, 4. We can cycle for 2. Whatever he plays gets bounced next turn with our new Teferi. Harpooner, that's fine. Sure.
Right on schedule.
Hopefully there's no enchantment destruction on his turn or his behalf.
I've got time.
Take that bounce again. More land. So this ECD should really start to light up the Shark Typhoon. Harpooner in play again.
Let's try this.
Ashiok in play. Gain life, make the shark. Easy as that. Let's just minus on this, have him discard a card.
Exquisite as the artistry of torment.
Tosses a land, which is fine.
Recoil to the recess of your
We have Teferi's Emblem for instant speed sorcery. We're safe from questing beasts with the shark. Down to 2 cards. Harpooner doesn't quite kill the shark, sadly.
awaken.
I'll protect you.
Let's start hitting home. I mean, we could just easily ECD this Love Struck Beast as well. Make another Shark. Probably a good play. I was thinking about an Extinction event, but that's just as good. He didn't have to do that. He basically just sent his creature to the grave. He could have declined it. Teferi makes a Shark.
Time is fragile, yet I choose through the
Are delightfully friendly.
Let's get rid of our Shatter. Good game. Alrighty. Opponent goes first, not good. We got plenty of land for our Teferis, though. A little bit of removal, too. Angel Innkeeper. That's frightening. Alright. Shock lands are good. Interesting. Looking for a Shatter, I guess. That Beacon's good too. Not a Shatter, but we'll be okay. Interesting. Maybe we do want the Shatter. Let's get this out there first. Then we can bounce whatever the tokens go on to. Take his draw engine. Goes on the token, which is great, so when we bounce it, it's gone. It's a big hit though, 4 damage. He's gonna buff it. Nice, 6 damage. Wow. Hopefully finding a Shatter here. Negative. Gain some life, which is always good.
Let's slow this down.
Minus this token.
Trust me, I have a plan.
ECD is pretty cool. Let's take the scry. It's not a Shatter, but it could help us draw it, so that's good. This fizzles, which is really good for us. And we're gonna gain 2 life. Oh, no, we're not. Domir's Ambush, that's hot. Let's keep gaining life.
Sorry I'm late.
Bounce this Knight.
Don't worry, I got this.
Take that scry again. There's the Shatter, perfect. He's going for it. Why would he hit my Teferi with an increased hit, though? Makes no sense to me. Now we can't play it unless he drops a mountain. Just seems weird. Straight for us, leaving Teferi alone. That's a big play. He can use his gold token. I hope he does. Perfect. Teferi can plus.
Oh, I've
Land
done
can come
the
in
hero thing
tapped.
before.
Pass our turn. Nice. Just kind of chilling out, waiting before his attack triggers. Alright, let's clean up. Hopefully no heroic intervention. Nope. That's nice. Let's plus our Teferi.
Let's try this.
Play our Shark Typhoon. I don't think he's got anything to deal with it. Enters Tat. We're still at 7. He's got 3 cards left. We have an ECD next turn. We have another Teferi. We have and a Master of Time as well, right? So lots of Teferi. Alright. Domri's Ambush is good. Let's just start it up slow. Gain that life. Make the Shark. Play our other Teferi. Just so he can see what he's dealing with. And let's bounce this for a draw.
Oh, I've done the hero thing before.
Beautiful. Toss the land. And we're looking pretty here. We've made it through the early game and survived the mid-range. We're into the late game, and that's our bread and butter. Ooh. Kills our Teferi. Attaboy. Really want to keep this Kaya. Let's get rid of Ashiok for now. Let's play Kaya. Midas on the Innkeeper. Straight into exile, please. Now let's plus on Teferi. Toss our lands, probably. We have 4. Let's play this little guy. More sharks, more life. It's just getting out of hand, right?
I am not going to sit this one out.
Bounce that back.
I'll protect you.
Liliana in play. Let's keep this land to discard 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we're good. Ending our turn. Killing our Kaya. Let's take our draw. Right. Play our Liliana. Make that big shark. Gain that life.
This isn't your average zombie horde.
Teferi can go up.
Don't worry.
Yeah. Bye-bye. It's just too much value to deal with. We get to go first. What a pleasure. 4 land in hand. We need, not a Castle Banter, sorry. Looking for black or red mana sources. Narset does help. Helps us find Shatter. Alright. Bye-bye, Bolus. Peace creature base, he'll take Extinction Event. Takes our 3-drop, which is fine. We'll just play our Narset.
I know 88 ways, but I have just the trick for this.
Let's take our Teferi. Uro, that's totally fine. Doesn't get the draw because of Narset. Love it. That's enough to win the game right there, in my opinion. The beacon's really nice. Takes us to 4.
I can no longer. Stand by and
Keep
watch.
an open mind.
Take our ECD. Plus our Teferi.
This might be a bad idea.
Bolt Hound's in play. There's this 5th land. We get the good game. Easy wins. Going first. Teferi Narset in hand with a Shatter. Could be a good game. Looking for more lands. Oh, that's nice. We don't have any black sources though, so that's gotta go. Narset to stop Uro. Even though it doesn't have it, it looks like. Let's bounce the, you know, mana ramp.
Trust me, you'll thank me later. Here goes nothing.
We want to make sure we get the most out of our Shatter. Not prematurely using it at all. We need Narset out there.
Mind and body.
Let's take our draw first.
Like we hone your prowess.
Extinction event. He is mono green, it looks like. And then let's take our Scry. Land. This is 5. This would be 6. Sure, let's keep it.
Oh, I've done the hero thing before.
Two Leaf Kindreds. Double trouble. Let's plus here, minus
I've got
here.
Meditate.
Ooh, all land.
Prepare.
Yikes. Take the Scry. ECD can stay. And let's shatter this. Just cutting out that mana. We still have our events, so always just holding up one wipe. Gem Razor's fine. Right, we just get to activate our ECD now. Teferi goes up.
Don't worry.
Land comes in
I got
tapped.
this.
Another Gem Razor. That's fine. He's gonna really appreciate this. And now we're just cycling ECDs on him.
I've got it.
Seven land. 5 cards in hand. We have 3 permanents on the field. Plus 6 cards in hand, so I'm okay with that. Multiple removal spells. You know, more planeswalkers. Probably playing our Shark Typhoon if we don't need to remove anything. If it's little, we remove with Kaya. If it's big, ECD. Okay, Gem Razor to kill ECD. That makes grabbing this really easy, right? It's a 2 for 1.
No, I am not making this up as I go. Here we go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pay 2 life and pass. We have Teferi Emblem, so we could Extinction Event or cycle a Shark. We'll decide. Right, let's wait till the time comes. That's pretty good. That's odd. Because we don't really want it to hit our ECD, do we? Well, there's nothing for it to bring back. Let's let it hit. And then we'll kill them both in one swipe.
Trust me, I have a plan.
Let's let him go. Cycle a shark in. Cultivate, okay. Do you think he's going right to arrow? No. Good game. Alrighty, opponent goes first. We have nice land. Let's get him. Bolt Hound activated. More land, thank you. We need our second island. Well, not really. Okay, we need a shatter. We do have Kaya next turn on the Steamkin. Interesting. Let's just get that out of play. It's going to allow him to ramp really efficiently, so that's a nice snag. Narset will look for shatters and exile events. Oh no. I think we can phase her out.
Let's make this quick.
Before he attacks, we do phase. He's got only humans though, so we're gonna hold up. I think we still do it because we'll die. We might actually plus because we'll die. Really, we need to shatter quite badly. They're all humans right now, so that's fine. Alright, so I'm gonna plus here. Just looking for that shatter. We can ECD his Winota. He still gets a huge hit on us, though. Let's take our plus. Yeah, it doesn't matter. One of our land. Perfect.
Time's getting short.
Hit him with the Hita. That's awesome. Let's draw a card here. I really want that 5th land, so let's get rid of this Shark Typhoon. Interesting. Exemplar of Justice, no haste, which is nice. I think that will warrant our ECD. Teferi for now. I know that's weird, but what else do you do? I'm not tossing Ashiok. Well, I guess we could have. We should have brought it back with our ECD. Doesn't much matter. Either way. I think this is very nice. He's down to 2 cards only. I guess we will toss our Ashiok. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more land and we can Bolus and Elderspell. Mentor, no haste, that's fine. Triumph can go. Let's just keep plussing. Extinction Event's really nice, so other Teferi can go. Let's get Bolus in play.
I'm a god once again. Suffer
Got
for
him.
your cause.
Okay, so we get a little haste here, though. We might need to minus to keep Bolus alive, or we'll just bring Bolus back from the grave. Sure, let's let him have it. Getting rid of the land.
To attend to.
Teferi bounce here is quite nice. Let's take our Bolus back. Loyalty, please.
Have a few openings for more minions.
Teferi in the house. So we get 2, 4 put on him, which takes him to 9. So let's minus this token. Take the draw. Toss the land. Elderspell. Destroy. Okay. 1, 2. Submit 2, and then we put them on our Nicol Bolas. Right, and then we minus him to win. Begin.
Cannot defeat me.
Yeah. We go first. That's really nice. 3 land. A little slow, but you know we could potentially get this Oath out on turn 3. Beacon is good, right? It's going to help us get that Bolus in play. Our opponent's playing slow as well. That's really a breath of fresh air. Here's that Bolus we're talking about. We've got 3 swamps, 1 mountain, just looking for that plains, which we have. If we pull, you know, either a mountain or an island, then we can ditch the swamp that is taking its place of. Mutate, gross. So let's just, you know, take what he's able to mutate on away. Let's get a Teferi out first. We should have played our Beacon, that's my bad.
Right on schedule.
I was thinking about doing the Oath first, but let's just shut that mana down. Bolus is in play on turn 5. Right, there may be something better for us to remove than the Symbiote, like this Trumpeting Gnar. Absolutely. That's ideal. Good start. We do need to Shatter in case he gets a Paradise Druid. Extinction Event will handle that as well. There's the Druid that we so much despise. Wow. This almost feels bad. Passing our turn. We top deck an event. Hopefully he plays some more 2-drops for us. So he gets to draw, then discard just off the cast. These are even. This Great Horn is also even, I believe. Yeah, so let's resolve that. He can take the mutate, he can take the land. Another Great Horn. Very nice. That's a 4 for 1. Wow. He did get lands out of the equation, so that's really good. But, man, does that ever suck. Let's start plussing Bolus. 2 life's always ideal.
Nicol Bolas will resonate throughout the multiverse.
He's probably just going to start exiling his lands from the field.
Witness a mote of my power.
Don't worry, I got this.
Playing our Liliana next turn. Oh wow, here comes 6 mana. Gemraiser, pretty cool. Still has 3 mana. Gemraiser on top of a Gemraiser. Nice. We're gonna go with Ashiok this turn. Good game. Going first is fun, especially with 3 lands, Teferi and Narset on the go. All we need is our sweeper. Ooh. That's never fun. Second Triumph can leave. Looking for wipes. Oh my lord, this is too good. Aggro City. And we have to pay life if we're doing anything. Okay, there's the event. That's really nice. But they're different. So that's not really nice. Let's just reset this.
For my excellent timing. I'll protect you.
We need that shatter. Okay. I don't care much about the life gain.
That didn't go according to plan. This isn't a fight you can win.
Just looking for that shatter. Another event. We could probably make use of those down then. Deep breaths.
Now what?
It's not really great removal. I mean, we get it off the field, which is essential. But we're gonna get hit here with a heavy smash as well, down to 9. Oh, and he gets 2 of them. Okay, we're gonna use our other event. Alright, we're gonna need more wipes. We're out. We're out of wipes. I haste rogue. Absolutely, why not? That sounds fair and playable. Nice. Alright, we definitely need a shatter. He's been pacing his creatures on us so efficiently.
Your spark will be mine. Defiance has
Rogue there.
consequence.
There's a good chance that the knight's gonna hit us for lethal here. Right? He can hit us for 5 at least. That's a big hit. All he needs is a little bit of haste later on. Right? One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is our 8th land, so Ugin hits next. But we need some life gain. Any haste, we're dead. Any direct damage, we're dead. no
Those
beacons
who
to
cannot
give us
perceive
life
belong
gain,
with an open mind.
right? Gary could potentially save us with a phase out. Let's see if he's got it. Hopefully he just plays a big dummy, right? Really? No way. Okay, let's bust Bolus, question mark. The beacon's really nice. Chandra's gone.
You have
Interesting.
no weakness I cannot explore.
Let's draw with Narset. Need some life gain.
Hone your prowess.
That ECD will win us the game. We already activated our Bolus. Shoot. Let's gain 2 life with the beacon instead of 1. Oh! Good game. We could have Elderspelled onto our Teferi for 2 turns, but I don't know if that would have been beneficial or not either. But winning with 1 life. Always great. Opponent goes first. Our land's really bad here, so we're going to mulligan. This looks a lot better. I think we'll toss our ECD for now. Go Gary. Sure. Alright, so that's really good. That's going to activate our turn 2 Thought Erasure if we play our Temple first. Bolus I really like. He can stay even though we're 1 land shy. Teferi will pull that land for us, I'm sure. Let's get in there. Have a little peeksies, right? Alright, do your opt first. Give us even more of an option. So obviously I'm not taking opt from his hand. That's why you should save that and do it later. It's not the right kind of land for Bolus. We need swamps. Alright, this is gonna get interesting. I prefer him to cycle the shark now. We're looking for land, swamps. Dealing with that Ugin is going to be very hard.
I'm known for my excellent fight.
Hopefully there's no more sharks. It's his 5th land. Liliana's on the field next turn. Oh my god.
Here goes nothing.
I hope he goes into Bolus. Really? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Interesting.
Trust me, I have a plan.
We toss him this as bait? No. For all he knows, we have hard counters, right? So he's trying to play safe as well. All of these removal cards are dead against the Walker deck.
This might be a bad idea.
We need that Ugin to hit before we do anything.
Here we go.
Just give me that full hand. Trying to play this as control-esque as we can. It's going to be a weird match, that's for sure. We need those ECDs. We also need more boluses, something good.
No, I am not making this up as I go.
Let's try to bait it.
This will be child's play. What's up, man? Good for you. You better watch
shall
your
miss
back
your
from here on
company.
out.
Right, 2 planeswalkers should be enough to warrant his -X for 3. Then we can bolus minus on his Ugin. And hopefully go from there. Also looking for ECDs. Liliana. This is... we can deal with this, though.
The undead make great minions. Loyal.
What if we could pull
Rise and shine.
our Elderspell? Nice. We need our own Ugin.
Let's play a game of hide and seek.
Even just an Elderspell in general would be so good.
You're not scared of dogs, are you?
That's more like it.
Was that dear to you? You bet. I'll be back. Just you wait.
He can just remake all those, which is a bummer. We really need that Elderspell. Only one of them in the deck, though, so it's really
Good health
risky.
is easy to find in war.
Stay on the trail.
Even then, we need more black sources for it. Okay, here's Ugin. He's on the field.
Power without wisdom.
-3.
Path of the fool.
Or he just pluses. Doesn't matter.
This is hardly my worst defeat.
Consider this a warning.
Nice. So he can just bring it right back to Mayo.
Every story is an
That's so good.
opportunity for new data. To the library.
We're getting bullied out here.
The past, present, and future. Meditate and prepare.
He's gonna minus on
know
everybody,
my
which really sucks, but
responsibility.
it is what it is.
I've got it.
You better watch your back from here on out.
So Ugin won't get his ultimate off, and he knows this because we've got our Elderspell ready. Nobody's ready to ultimate, which is good. Oh, he takes his Thought Erasure
I
and takes it
follow
from
the
us.
tracks
Very
of the
nice.
wise.
That's brutal. You get to see our whole hand. Oh, we could have had him. That was a nice play. I'd say our opponent's got this in the bag, 100%. That's our only spell. Let's give him a good game. Just show ourselves out. Right? I don't think there's anything else we're doing here. Alright, closing thoughts. Well, my first thought is that it took me 30, tries to get that intro. Woo! At least the gameplay footage was good, right? I had a lot of fun. I always love playing Esper. I know this has Bolus in it, so it's not quite Esper, but to me, it's Esper. 4 colors is whatever. We're not using any red land other than the Triumph, so call it what you will. Call it 4 color walkers. There's no Sarkon in here, so to me, it's still just Esper. You add Sarkon in it, then we've got 4 color walkers, right? In my opinion. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Anyways, the gem giveaway is about to trigger at 10,000 subs. Get your friends in the, subscribe to the YouTube channel and then in the Discord. That's where that's going to be happening. It does trigger at 10K subs, and we're giving away up to 500,000 gems to the community in total. So a lot of cool stuff going on there. Yada, yada, yada. Blah, blah, blah. Right? You know the drill. Most importantly, guys, I can say like, comment, subscribe a billion times, but really what it comes down to is, I sincerely hope you guys go out there, have a great day. Good luck on your matches, and be sure to get some of that summer sun as well. Do take care, have a great day, and we'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace!